said I'm an animal. I'm just looking for the antidote. There's a British girl on my TV screen. She's so hot, she's so neat. Burn my body like it's flammable. Girl, I'm still a fan of you. Hey, 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 hey. Like a cannibal. Baby, I'm a fan of you. Your sensation, my fixation. Just tell me that it's tangible. Hey, baby, I'm a fan of you. Hey, hey, hey. Your sensation is my fixation.
Say don't play with me, but I still gamble with it. We getting right before we take off on the landing strip. Know that you like all the attention that a fan gives. Say that you like me, but you way too young for marriage. I've been here before, I know exactly how it goes. Yeah, now I got you packing up your clothes. You can hit me up and let me know exactly when you close. I'm her favorite, says she need a. She wanna all day. Hey, 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 hey.
That ultra ground music, riding in the hood, not used. Tighten up, you a loser. I approve. I bet I stamped and approve. Straight ultra ground, make all you haters get down. You understand what I'm saying?
I can show you lame how to do this. Stack your money up, be about your business. They come with a wish list. They come with a wish list. I can show you lame how to do this. Stack your money up, be about your business. They come with a wish list. They come with a wish list. Hey, I met this girl the other night. She said she wanted me and be a money white. Respectfully declined because I said I got a wife. She said she wanted man, her best friend is known around the way. I started hearing about her type. Always with the ball players, that's the one she likes. She got it done, and I guess they look alright. They call her princess, but she down in every. In and out of DMs, tryna be a rapper. She won't get the W, I skirt off when I see him. I know it's gonna get worse when I start doing Coliseums. Gonna be, I just call it how I see him. Let me clarify, I ain't talking about all women. Some just wanna settle down and have a couple cheering. For all my rapper homies, just be careful while you touring. You meet a pretty girl, but her intentions ain't the purest. I can show you lame how to do this. Stack your money up, be about your business. They come with a wish list. They come with a wish list. I can show you lame how to do this. Stack your money up, be about your business. They come with a wish list. They come with a wish list.
Hey, second phone buzzing, just delete the other number, yeah. Cruising at 103 till I seen them team that went the record. She was peeking out the cover. She said, Gigi, wait, you grew up down the street, my uncles up her brothers. I said, jumping back, been lit. You at? She was just running, Emmett Smith, running back. She gotta make it. Rubbing it, just caught up. Then she got me playing down, painting nails, calling me sound like the heads of the way I be chasing. You know she got them
brands of the bed.
I'm in Miami, so knowing the
Bands of the jet.
I called her door back with a 50, she wanted the. She said, who? About to make me cancel this L. She said, hood is on, but she in a condo that her buddy own. Payment good, if she good is gone, boy, you should've known. Calling me up on 50 phones for the knowledge. Never let them keep me on my tippy toes.
I can show you lame how to do this. Stack your money up, be about your business. They come with a wish list. They come with a wish list. can show you lame, gotta do this. Stack your money up, be about your business. They come with a wish list. They come with a wish list.
Broski, yummy. I just touched down in LA, the Spanish, my favorite. This that G, I keep it playing, so I put it on. She be in it, she just made a big. I got rolling over. Speeding to the money like I'm running from the feds. Posted with my they say yeah.
I'm like, whoa, see residuals, watch the money grow. I'm in flow, greatest story told, watch it all unfold. I'm like, whoa, reaping what I sow. Harvest getting bigger, they all froze. I release my soul, now they taking pictures.
Eyes on the prize, it's my life sold up. 5:45, had the lights on us. Fries with the side of an ice cola. You know that ride till the tires fall off. She know I'm a D, I got a date with destiny. She coming to me, cause I got the flavors and recipe. She racing to me like an athlete. She two with the G's, then she know it. Yeah. It's eyes on the prize. I can't live life in disguise. Cause bro, recognize I ain't.
From the West Coast, we're coming to you live from the NFL's newest and the world's most expensive stadium. State-of-the-art SoFi here in Inglewood, California. Here to begin this one is Cameron Dicker. And here we go from LA. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10. Irving on the inside give. And he'll take it up to the 30 before being brought down.
Even though that run did not net them a first down, I can promise you this, Kate. I promise you. I know how it works. They're going to circle that one. They're going to remember that one. And when they need some key yards on the ground, they'll come back to that call later.
Options are open here. It's 2nd and inches. Setting up a throw. Gets everything he has under this throw. And disaster averted. He knocks away the deep ball, incomplete.
I don't fault the look downfield at all. I mean, that's just a situation there where it's a better defensive play than the offense executed.
To go on 3rd down. Running left, this is Irving. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
That is your old school meat and potatoes call right there. Don't even think about throwing it. Just rush it ahead and get what you need.
They're set up at the 35 now. Play action on 1st down. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Kate, I've seen a one-step drop. I've seen a 3, a 5, a 7. Some of the boots and play actions get more depth. But a 20-step drop? That's not going to cut it. Except for this defense, it just adds a whole bunch of negative yards to that play.
Trying again, following the sack. Oh, tried forcing it to the slant. It's intercepted. Bishop. And it's a touchdown as he brings it back for the pick six. So on our opening drive, Brock, we've got a big defensive highlight already as the pick six starts off our scoring.
This is a defense who isn't hiding how they're approaching this game. They want to be disruptive. They're unafraid to be aggressive. Can be a risky mentality to have. Boy, can it set a tone early.
Well, Brock, hopefully some short memories on offense as they get it right back here on the kickoff after that pick six. And that one's going to skip across the goal line and into the end zone. So the football will come back out to the 20. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Back to the air, following the pick six. That's complete, Mike Evans. He's got a gain of 6 there. That was Asante Samuel Jr. there on the tackle.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on 1st down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for 2nd down. 3rd and short in your back pocket, and get even more aggressive and take that shot.
2nd and 4. It's another first half mistake. He's intercepted again. Picked off by the rookie from Texas A&M. And it's a pick six as he runs it in for the touchdown. 2nd time he's had an errant throw taken back for 6 in this half, Brock. As a quarterback, how do you come back from this knowing there's so much game left?
How do you come back from it, or how do your family and friends come back from it? I know as I get older, I think about them more and more. As a competitor, you're just going to grit your teeth and do what you can. But for the loved ones following, that's a tough 2nd pick six to watch.
That one splits the uprights. And the Chargers drive out to an early 14-0 lead. A quick chance at redemption after that pick six as it's sent away. Set to return this, Trey Palmer. And he pushes them up to the 30-yard line before going out of bounds.
The Bucs take over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Getting right back to it after that interception. Got Evans, it's complete. And this one gets to the 33-yard line before it's stopped.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance.
Second and 8. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. You go middle of the field against zone coverage, Brock. You know this firsthand. You are throwing into rush hour. And there aren't a lot of easy completions to be found in that part of the field.
Yeah, and a lot of those throws, Kate, you're signing your guy up to take some sort of hit. It's on you to protect your guys. Credit that defense for flying around and making the play.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. Now they'll throw out of the gun. That throw's knocked away and incomplete. 4th down coming up.
I know a DB in the stat sheet loves to see INT and not PBU, but as soon as he realized a pick wasn't possible, he does the next best thing and knocks it away.
4th down, and on comes the former All-Pro Jake Bailey to punt. And this one skips out of bounds and will be marked inside the 30. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Herbert throwing right away. Catch is made down the right sideline. Keeps on moving into the red zone. Touchdown, Los Angeles! The Chargers take a 20-zip lead. He finds one of his great receivers, Brock, and they are off to a great start to begin this ballgame.
Yeah, it's such a positive offensively when he could go find not just a field goal, but a touchdown on that opening drive. And defensively, ooh, this starts to shake the foundation of your preparation and makes you wonder what's in store.
Dicker's extra point is up and good. And the Chargers push their lead to 21-zip already. Dicker all lined up and ready to boot it away. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing. Oh no, they get him yet again. Picked off by Junior Colson. And the Chargers are going to have it after his 2nd interception of the season.
There's some serious self-scouting going on right now. What is this quarterback not seeing that has led to these 3 interceptions in just this game? And then overall, what is this offense doing that has this defense clued in coverage-wise to every route combination they're trying to throw?
1st and 10. Here's Herbert. He's on the move. Now he takes it. It's out of harm's way after stringing together some nice yards on that run.
You know, Kate, back in the day, we had a slip and slide at practice for moments just like that. Actually practicing how to slide and get out of harm's way. Nice gain on the play. And denied that defense yet another chance to take a shot on him.
Pass complete. That's Devin Duvernay. And they have this well into the red zone now at the 15. Working quickly here. And that's only 1 yard up the middle. Going to be 2nd down.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Herbert from the gun. Chased out to his right. And he just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be 3rd down.
You need to buy your receivers enough time to get open along their route, and your quarterback enough time to find and hit them with the throw. When the line doesn't hold up, incompletions follow.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. Shotgun snap to Herbert. The throw is caught. And he'll get this inside the 10 to the 9.
You know, I like the completion. You never turn down a completion. That's just not the right throw to make in that spot to move the chains.
Brown's kick is up and good. And that will add to their score.
In that close, kicks have to be automatic. That won't stop the head coach, though, from holding his breath for a couple seconds until he sees it's up and good.
Dicker all lined up and ready to boot it away. And it bounces out of the end zone, so they'll set up shop at the 30.
At their own 30-yard line.
Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Looking to throw here and shake off that previous INT. Oh, brother, it's another interception. That's Cole Bishop. And he makes the house go. It's a touchdown on the pick six. Rookie quarterback, Brock, threw it away their last drive. Might have been trying to do too much to make up for that mistake, and instead things snowball.
Yeah, these are the valuable lessons you have to learn from. You cannot be a mistake repeater. But being a rookie quarterback at App State, he threw 28 of them his rookie year. Sometimes you just learn on the job, but you cannot repeat those kind of mistakes.
Well, Brock, hopefully some short memories on offense as they get it right back here on the kickoff after that pick six. On the return, here's Palmer. And he's brought down inside the 20 on an uneventful return. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Airing it out to start this drive. Toward the sideline, and he's got it. And he's going to get this up to the 45 before he's brought down. It's a 26-yard pickup there. And that's good enough for a Tampa 1st down.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only 1? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
First and 10, looking to throw. Completes this one to Otten. And what a hit there. Ouch, she pays the price for moving the chains that time.
I love throwing on 1st down. And when you see a 1st down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you planned for, and you go out and execute.
They've got 1st down from the 31. Shotgun handoff to Irving. And he gets up for a gain of about 4.
He'll expect more from himself on those type of plays, but there is nobody that's going to complain about that one. If you can do math, 4 plus 4 plus 4 equals a 1st down.
2nd and 6 coming up here. From the 27. This is hauled in by Myers. He gets it ahead, winds up with about 3. Tackle made by Cole Bishop. That's the end of 1, and yep. Back for the start of quarter number 2. It's Buccaneers football as we begin. They're moving it well, but now face a 3rd and short. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Offense staying out there. It's 4th and 1. Once again, Irving. And he gets this forward to the 19. That was the biggest 3-yard gain you're going to see because instead of a turnover on downs, Brock, it gets them a first.
That is some old school brutality. An offense close to a first down, a defense that knows there's a run headed right its way. In a battle of wills, the offense gets it done.
To the line we go. They're set, 1st and 10. Right back to Irving now. And he doesn't get this one very far. Down to only about the 18. Only gets a yard there to make it 2nd and 9.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Takes the handoff, now to throw. Defense is too much here. The Chargers drag him down. And that pushes him back. 3rd down coming up.
Bend. Even good defenses, great defenses in this league, Kate, they're going to bend at times, but you never want to break. And when you get a sack in the red zone, that goes a long ways to helping your efforts.
Defense looking to defend the marker on 3rd down. He'll throw it. He lets a heater go deep. Middle. Big gain downfield. And he hauls it in for the Tampa touchdown. The Buccaneers fighting back and shaving 6 off that lead. How quickly things can change, partner. The pain from being taken down that prior play. Yeah, I imagine that's gone and forgotten now, and it's been replaced by the adrenaline from finding the end zone there.
Yeah, that defense could have certainly used a pass rush from the previous play because that quarterback had plenty of time to scan the field and make a throw. And he gets an immediate measure of revenge for that sack.
McLaughlin has it on the tee, and he's ready to send this flying. And he wasn't chancing a return there, putting it out on the back of the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Play action now for Herbert. Got to him right as he threw it, and it falls to the ground. Trying to find his tight end. And it sets up 2nd down.
You know, when we were growing up in the backyard, we call them alligators. 1 alligator, 2 alligator, 3 alligator. He needed another alligator in order to get that ball off. Credit the defense for forcing the incompletion.
Working from the gun here, it's Herbert. To his back, J.K. Dobbins. And he's going to get this up close to the 40 before going out.
When there's heat, that blitz coming off the snap, that QB's eyes, you could see it right away. He got to his check down in a hurry. But, Kate, here's the key. Quarterback and running back have to be on the same page. The two were right there, and it netted some positive yards.
3rd and a lone yard coming up. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. Moving quickly, trying to get set again. Here's Herbert, 1st and 10. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Brings us 2nd and 20 at the 35-yard line.
Another try following the sack. Fits it through the middle. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They get 35 out of that one. And the Chargers will have a first.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
And it's a nice gain, but still not enough for the first.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that first down marker.
Herbert now to throw on third. Escapes the pocket. Skips it short of his man. That brings up fourth down.
I'll say this, unless you're committed to going for it on fourth down, I just don't see why you throw it there. Just power it forward for half a yard and reset those chains, then take your shots further down the field.
Third down pass didn't work, but the offense staying out there on fourth. And the QB keeps it on the sneak. And he's touched as they pick up that first down on fourth.
This game of today, Kate, in so many ways is so different than the game I played. That's a call that I can close my eyes and still remember. All you do as a QB is just look. It just takes a look. If the big guy's up front saying, give me a push, then I'll do the rest.
Still on the move, coming to the line for 1st and 10. Back to throw, here's Herbert. And oh, he got it! Interception!
Well, that's it right there. That's the resilience and the mental toughness that every coach wants to see from his defense. Not a great spot for him. Backed up close enough that they're going to get shots taken in the end zone. But instead of collapsing under pressure, they rose up and they created the takeaway.
And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Finds his man, it's Godwin. And he goes out of bounds after taking it up to the 40. They get 20 yards out of the play and move the chains.
Move the chains! Gotta move the chains! Build momentum and keep that defense on its heels.
Only took him one play partner, and they've already made it to that 40-yard line. To throw here on 1st down. Pass his man, it's DeMercado.
I know that completion doesn't move the chains. I love it nonetheless. You make sure that defense is aware of every eligible player going out. And this time it was out of the backfield with the running back that shows he's adept at catching it as well.
Irving here from the gun. And they get there to take him down right around the 41. 8 yards on the gain, and the drive continues forward.
That's certainly a spot where you could be more aggressive, Kate, if you wanted to take your shots. But some coaches, even the bolder ones, will take the safe play first when they get it from time to time. No third down required now.
1st and 10 from the 41. Running back sent in motion. They'll throw on first. He throws a bullet to... He's got it inside the 10. And that's a Tampa Bay touchdown. Well, Brock, this one has not been good to them so far, but they are still fighting and able to get in there for 6.
Just a drive that was all about scratching and clawing. As much as anything, Kate, it was just a pride drive to go and get your job done.
That one right down the middle. And the Buccaneers pull a little closer. It's a 17-point game now. McLaughlin has it on the tee, and he's ready to send this flying. And that one flies right on past the end zone. Didn't make an effort to hit the landing area at all. So they're going to give them a drive starting at the 30. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Dobbins. And he takes this across. Nope, beg your pardon. They're going to spot him right at the 35-yard line. Halfway there on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Kate, I know you can see that smile on my face as we stand next to each other. Sure, I love that run. But I'm thinking about some great running backs. In fact, Corey Dillon, who created a lot of negative grades on my play sheet because I didn't want to carry out no fake. I wanted to watch the damage he could do like we just saw.
The Buccaneers get there and bring him down. Timeout taken by the Buccaneers. They're first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
That sure ended up being worst-case scenario. Pass rush just kept coming and bearing down, and he was looking for an escape that wasn't there. It's one of those plays in hindsight, Kate, where you really got to understand, I got to cut bait, cut my losses, and avoid such a negative play.
Herbert here, 3rd and long. Underneath it goes, catch made by the running back. And he rips off good yardage, but it will not move the chains. Timeout taken by the defense, their 2nd. So on 4th down, here's J.K. Scott on to punt it away for the Chargers. And we'll see how his debut offering goes. Only punted once in last week's loss, and he gets this one away. And this one's going to approach the 10, but looks like it's down right at the 13-yard line. Just over 30 seconds left in the half as they come to the line. They're going to throw here to begin the drive. And he's just going to get rid of this one. Smart move there when he saw the field. It's going to be 2nd down. Throwing now from the gun. Hauled in by Godwin. This is 3rd and inches. Pass play now. Complete beyond the marker. And he's going to get this up to the 26 before being taken down.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of 3rd downs just like that.
A new set of downs forthcoming. It's 1st and 10. Throwing from the gun here. He puts some power on a deep one left. Incomplete pass, and we're down to 12 seconds remaining. Could not beat the defender there. So second down coming up.
Any DB prefers a highlight reel interception to just forcing an incomplete pass. But as soon as he realized a pick wasn't possible on the play, he gets his hands on it and made sure it wasn't completed.
Second and 10 now. And that is incomplete. 8 seconds left now. A good defensive play breaks that one up. So now it's going to be third and long.
Well, that throw came pretty clean out of his hand. Just looked like it didn't get through the defense clean enough. Somebody tips it away and saves a potential completion.
Looking to throw. This one's taken in by Otten.
They've run this 12-yard out route, Kate, at the combine, well, all the way back to last century when I had to throw it. In this throw, this is a big boy throw. This is a differentiator. Can you make that deep out throw on time, on rhythm, and accurately? Well, that was teaching tape right there.
A final throw before the break. He's trying to push the field. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. That's halftime of this contest. We'll join both teams in taking a short break. More of the NFL on EA Sports in just a moment. Well, that first half, certainly an interesting one. Kate, Scott, Brock Ewart with you as we get back and see what the second half has in store for us. McLaughlin has it on the tee, and he's ready to send this flying. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this second half. We've got a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Beginning on the ground here with Dobbins. Breaks the tackle, still going. He's corralled after a modest 4-yard gain. That's Antoine Winfield Jr. up to make that play.
You know, these are the kind of runs, Kate, that a balanced game plan and a balanced offense is built on. It gets you good yardage, it sets up your play action, and it keeps that defense honest.
Herbert from the gun. Has him on the quick hitter. And they limit the damage just a few yards on that gain. Yaya Diaby brings him down.
That's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and 3.
From the gun on third, it's Herbert. Flush down now to his left. He's running for it. That one ends up a gain of 6. And it brings up an LA first down.
You know, that's one of those little mental Rolodex plays. Right before the snap, you know if the read isn't there, that option isn't there, you can use your legs to make the adjustment and go get the first down.
Into the hands of Duvernay. He gets loose down the right side. To the house. Touchdown, LA. The Chargers grow the lead coming out of halftime. Well, Brock, not much to say other than the fact that this offense on point. They're just clicking today.
Just rolling. I mean, this is clinic. This is what I call teaching tape. Being well prepared, and more importantly, going out there and executing at a high level.
That one splits the uprights. And the Chargers make it a 24-point ball game. Dicker all lined up and ready to boot it away. And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 30-yard line.
First and 10 now from the 30. They'll come out throwing. Got Evans, it's complete. Rolling into enemy territory. Evans! And they're going to take this to the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. The Buccaneers start the second half with some needed points. Mike Evans with the touchdown. His second scoring catch of the game. That is as efficient as an offense can be. One play, 70 yards, and 6 points, Brock. They can save the rest of the plays they had prepared for their next series.
Rest of the plays? Why even call a different one? I mean, that one hit the sweet spot on the barrel and got out of the yard in a hurry. Perfect call to catch him sleeping to start that drive.
McLaughlin has it on the tee, and he's ready to send this flying. And the kickoff is into and then out of the end zone. Touchback. This drive starting from the 30. Drive starts out with a first and 10. Shotgun snap to Herbert. Trying for the deep ball. He's got it at the 30. And he takes this in. Touchdown, Los Angeles. The Chargers make it a 3-possession game. So no mistaking that play call, Brock. They send everybody on deep goes, and it winds up paying off. What a play.
And you'd think on the other side, defensively, they'd be ready for this. But this is truly a breakdown in the secondary. They're just not able to make a play on the ball in the air. And the end result, as you said, a big play and a touchdown.
That one right down the middle. And the Chargers stretch the lead to 23. Dicker all lined up and ready to boot it away. And that one hit the landing zone first and then into the end zone. So it's going to be a touchback out to the 20. Offense ready to begin this drive. First and 10. They'll try and throw it here. Caught by Godwin on the slant. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
Boy, they sure found the right route at the right time to hit the soft spot in that coverage. And that slant, it goes for big yardage.
Here's first and 10 from the 34. He's dropping back to throw. Catch made by Bucky Irving. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
Year after year, the best offenses are multifaceted. It's not just the receivers or the tight ends that can make plays through the air. When you get running backs that can attack the middle of the field like that, man, is it difficult on the defense.
To the air now on first and 10. Falcon isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. Offense up to try following the sack. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got third down. Looking for a throw here. And that's going to be knocked away, incomplete. Intended target there was Mike Evans. So that brings up 4th and long.
You know, I don't fault that look at all, Kate, downfield. It was just an excellent defensive play to deny him the ball and knock it away. That is good on good.
Hunter takes the field on 4th down, and he sends this one flying. And a big hit on the return to stop it cold. No return on that punt. And the Chargers are going to take over deep in their own territory. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. What a hit! He gets flattened to the ground. He managed 6 on the play, bringing up 2nd and 4.
You gain that kind of yardage in the run game, and you're going to gain the trust of your offensive coordinator. Plays like that, runs like that, set the table for everything else in the playbook.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Motioning left is their running back. 2nd and 4. To the right and pulled in by McConkey. That play good for 17 and a 1st down.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend, do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
42-yard line.
First and 10, Herbert. Short pass brought in. They'll get 18 yards there. And the Chargers will have a first.
You want to start a good debate sometime, Kate? Go in an NFL locker room and ask which position is the best athlete. The big guys, the left tackles will tell you it's them. The corners will tell you it's them. But I'll tell you what, these tight ends of today, the way they can run and break tackles and get in the open field, they truly are some of the best athletes on the team.
Well, Brock, this substantial deficit sure hasn't toned the edge that this defense is playing with, huh? If anything, feels like they might be getting more aggressive, looking to make some sort of impact play.
And that's because turnovers are really the name of the game for this defense at this point, Kate. That aggressiveness still super welcome, no question. But they know it's not just incompletions, it's taking the ball away that's next.
They're working a couple of yards past the line. Ivan Pace is able to make the stop. A dose of the hurry-up offense here. On 3rd down, Herbert. That's caught for the first. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with 1st and goal.
So many cool fundamentals on display right there, Kate. Look the ball in your hands, number one. Don't turn your eyes away from it before it gets to you. And then when you've got that catch secured, snap that head forward and find that space upfield to turn a good play into a great play.
They're trying to do it himself. And he's going to be marked down a yard shy in that marker.
You know, Kate, these are the situations in training camp that I love more than anything to watch. You learn so much about a football team in these goal-to-go situations. You know you got to protect that goal line, and the defense, well, they did the job.
And he runs it across. Touchdown! The Chargers lengthen the lead at the end of the 3rd. Derrick Henry, the touchdown. Well, we all knew what was coming when they got into that goal line formation, didn't we, Brock? And they just pound the rock in for an old-school touchdown.
I just sometimes love that stuff. Nothing fancy, nothing cute. Here's our formation. You know we're running right at you, and we challenge you to stop us, and you can't.
Dicker tacks on the extra point. And the Chargers grow their lead yet again. Dicker all lined up and ready to boot it away. On the return, here's Palmer. Finds some space, he's past the 30. And nearly to the 35-yard line before he goes out of bounds.
At their own 33-yard line.
Ball at the 33 for first down. Throwing it to start this drive. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. Second down coming up.
You know, that was a play, Kate, right there, where you need to buy your receivers just enough time to get open along their routes, and your quarterback enough time to find and hit him with the throw. Time? Well, that's not what he had. O-line couldn't hold up, and it forces the incompletion.
Couldn't connect on first. It's second down. Now looking to throw. On target to Godwin. And that's good for a gain of 5. Tackle made by Cole Bishop.
A whole bunch of credit goes to just about everybody on that offense. Guys up front, they didn't give the QB enough time to let that play develop. Excellent effort by that receiver to stay alive and for the quarterback to scan the field and find his completion.
Complete. It's Myers. And a massive hit at the end of that play. Oh, baby. But he hangs on through it. Still able to get that first down.
That's the end of the first quarter.
Throwing it again here. Irving hauls it in. And he reaches midfield and starts driving into Chargers territory.
Well, that's a pretty similar result to a first down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, makes second and third down a whole lot easier to manage.
From the 48. Catch is made down the right sideline. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. That chunk worth a nice 21 yards. And that's good for a Buccaneer first down. They send a man in motion. Play action on first down. Finds his man. It's Godwin. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. And even 20 yards on the play, and it awards them with a first and goal. Working inside the red zone. That pass complete to Irving. And this one's stopped at the 3-yard line.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on first down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
So from the 3, here's second and goal. They are throwing it again. Intercepted in the end zone. Picked out by Shaq Thompson.
Not a lot of one-play swings bigger than that one right there. That throw looked destined for 6, and instead, gets intercepted by the defense. The only way to get bigger is if he somehow returned it 100-plus yards for 6 the other way. But what a gigantic swing of emotion.
And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Herbert. Got a man. Robinson has it. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a 1st down.
To this day, I can still see the faces of the big guys in the huddle. When you call a screen like that, instead of them just getting knocked backwards, they get to be salesmen. They get to push those linemen downfield and then tee off and go hit somebody like they did right there.
And the defense gets there to force a small loss. Offense in the hurry up here. Here's 2nd and 11. He fires one deep down the middle. Ooh, would have been a big gainer if they connected, but they could not. Instead, 3rd down coming up. No luck finding his receiver that time. So they're left facing 3rd and long.
There's the importance of staying in phase as a defender. He was all over him in coverage, and that really did help force the incompletion.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. Shotgun handoff for Dobbins. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. An excellent gain, 20 yards there, and that's going to move the sticks.
Kate, that's the type of run that shines the light well on him as a runner, of course, but you got to give a lot of credit to everybody else. Those skill guys, when you have an outside run, they got to do their job. Not just the big boys up front, not just the running backs. That takes everyone on the perimeter blocking to get a big run like that.
They'll come up 1st and 10. Running it again with Dobbins. Juke the defender. And they make the stop, we're going to say, at about the 37-yard line. They get 13 on the pickup. And it brings up an LA 1st down.
Kate, this is why coaches across all levels of football harp on the importance of good, fundamental tackling, not just to hear themselves talk. It's to make sure that when one of their guys has a chance to bring down a running back, they're able to do it and keep those plays from going any further.
Here's Herbert, 1st and 10. This is complete to Duvernay. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. That goes as a gain of 25 yards and picks up the 1st.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
It's the 2-minute warning here in LA. Chargers coasting to the finish line. The drive picks up here, 1st and 10. Working from the gun here, it's Herbert. Throw complete to Warren. A nice pickup of 11 there, Brock, and they'll have 1st and goal to figure out.
Play like this, that's exactly where you want to get him the ball, right on the outside, where he's got the space and a lot more room to work.
Going jumbo set on this 1st and goal. He's going to keep this one. And stop me if you've heard this before, Brock. They've scored again, and they grow that lead further. The Chargers are running them out of the building. Justin Herbert with the touchdown on a quarterback sneak to the end zone. The fact that they pulled that out on a 1st and goal, Brock, didn't wait for a later down. Gotta imagine that played a part in its success, don't you?
Yeah, I don't think there's any question about it. It sure did, and I would have loved to seen those eyes in the huddle, right? When you call QB sneak and you look at those guys in the huddle, the big guys in particular, many times they will tell you with their body language, we're ready to go, and that group certainly was.
Timeout called by the Chargers. They're first. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game. Dicker on now for the PAT. And the extra point is up, and it is good. And the Chargers continue piling onto this lead. Dicker all lined up and ready to boot it away. No return as this bounces into the end zone. The ball's coming out to the 20. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Looking to throw here and shake off that previous INT. Hauled in by Godwin. It's a gain of 19 on the play. And that's good enough for a Tampa 1st down.
It sure seemed like he knew exactly where he was going with that right off the snap.
From the 39 now after that explosive start to this drive. Now they'll throw out of the gun. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete.
As a defense, you got to see the pass. You got to time up your hit, and you got to jar that ball loose. Not a lot of offensive players are hanging on to that one through a well-placed hit.
So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call. He's going to throw this one. That's knocked away by a defender. Incomplete.
How many times do defenders hear from their coaches, read or react, read or react? You got to read where the quarterback's eyes are going, and more importantly, you got to react as he begins to throw and knock that ball away.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. Throwing with a blitz on the way. Complete beyond the marker. And they're going to bring him down just on the other side of midfield. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your 3rd downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
Oh, no, they get him yet again. Picked by Alohi Gilman. And the Chargers take over as he records his 10th career INT.
That throw has got to be the last we've seen of him this contest. I'm just not sure how they leave him in when the defense is clearly all over whatever he's trying to throw. The amount of frustration he is feeling is only going to lead to additional miscues. Please, for the love of God, take this man out.
Shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And it took a couple of guys to hold him down there after a gain of just 1. Timeout taken by the Buccaneers. They're first. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. They give it to him again. And he's brought down for a loss. Tampa spends its 2nd timeout now. And they'll have just 1 left to burn now. And for the Buccaneers, it's a nickel look. 3rd down coming. Herbert from the gun. Buys time, rolling right. Wow, wide open here, complete. And the scoring will never end. It's another touchdown. The Chargers throwing 6 more on the blowout. So an exclamation point there. That caps off what, and I think you'd agree, Brock, has been a dominating performance.
Yeah, I would. Really in all phases, too. I thought coming in that this would be a much closer game than how it's turned out to be. And you got to give credit where it's due. This offense has been outstanding throughout.
That one splits the uprights. And the Chargers tack on 7 more to their lead. Dicker all lined up and ready to boot it away. And that's over the 20, the landing zone, and almost everything else. So that football coming out to the 30-yard line. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Interception last drive doesn't deter them. They're going right back to the air. That one's cut along the left sideline. It's a 24-yard gash, and it gives them the 1st down.
Nice to see that connection, that chemistry working between the two of them.
One play in, and this drive is already into enemy territory. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Trying to push it deep downfield. And they can't connect on the deep look. Still a couple of snaps to play with, though, here. We've got 2nd down.
You hear defensive coaches preach this all the time about not giving up the big play. Keep everything in front of you. They're going to need to stay vigilant because he's definitely a receiver who can take the lid off of a defense.
2nd and 10 now. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. Hurry up offense now as time runs down. Here he is on 3rd and long. A bit of desperation on this deep shot. Brought in inside the 20. And he breaks into enemy territory before being stopped on a huge gain. So the Chargers come away with the win in this one. And with the start they had in that 1st quarter, Brock, it is no surprise to see them come away with a victory at the end. They really did all they could to put this out of reach early. So for Brock Eward, our incredible crew, everybody here at EA Sports, I'm Kate Scott signing off. We'll see you next time. It's a win for the Chargers as